So after getting back from our trip over in Montreal and Quebec City, I basically got back here and took a week off to just chill out and relax. And I don't know if anybody else gets this, but I'm calling it like a vacation hangover. That after being on vacation for a week or longer and every single day, doing something fun and interesting and new, when you get back home, all I really feel like doing is just sitting on the couch and playing video games and doing nothing. I don't know if it's either that or also when I came back from the trip, I no longer had a job, so I didn't really have something to jump to next to be doing once I got home. So I basically just took the entire week off and didn't really do anything. But picked the camera back up and we were back. I'm going to start doing the vlogs again weekly. I was thinking about the trip last week, and as I was editing the video, I was debating whether or not I would actually share during the trip in Montreal that I got laid off. And when I thought about it and some of the things I said previously in the vlog, I wanted these to really be a weekly update about what's happening in my life for people who I don't really see that often, and even family. A lot of our family is watching the vlogs now to keep up to date with what Jess and I are doing. And when I thought about it from that perspective, I figured, why not share that? That is something that actually happened, and it would be affecting the trip or my mood. And then also moving forward, like this coming week, it's going to affect what I'm going to be doing this coming week. And it's really something that's happening in my life, so why not share it? I shouldn't be ashamed of that. I know there's a lot of shame that comes with people getting laid off from work, but for me, I'm going to be taking it as an opportunity. So I've always told myself while I was working, there's all these different things that I want to do. So I'm going to be putting together a list of things that I've been wanting to do but haven't been able to do because I've been just at my computer working all day. And I'm going to try and knock off a couple of those things on my list this week before I get in the weeds of updating my resume and applying to jobs and interviewing. That's a slog. It's hard to just go from work to even more work. And I think I do have the gift of time right now, and I may as well use it. So it's going to be kind of driving what I'm going to decide to do in the coming week because, yeah, there's definitely stuff that I want to do and I want to share it and just, enjoy my time off. But that's the update. So a couple of vlogs ago, you saw me scanning artwork that both Jess did and also that 2 out of 10 collage that I did. And I put them onto t-shirts. I've been using a drop shipping service. It's called Printful. And it allows me to experiment and create designs on shirts without having to buy a huge bulk order of them. So this is just a fun experiment to put these pieces of artwork on t-shirts, and we just got the boxing of the shirts and I want to see what they look like. And I'm going to share it with Jess. Jess, I don't know if I told you that I was making t-shirts of this stuff.
You alluded to it. Oh my god, that's
Here's the collage of the back.
That's fucking
So here is the t-shirt that I just shared, and this is my design with that collage on the back of the shirt. And as I was opening up the package this morning, I realized it didn't fully explain what No Edits is, and you'll see the No Edits tag on both of the shirts that I had shared this morning. And the name really came about in the summer when Jess and I were talking about if we were to start some sort of brand around a design community, what will we name it? And the name No Edits came about because I was basically talking about how a lot of our work as designers, doing it for other people, for clients, for money, what we end up creating, it may start off as something in our vision and something that we really enjoy for ourselves, but then when it comes to sharing it with a client, there's always tons of feedback, and your work ends up transforming into something completely different, maybe something that wasn't what you originally intended it to be. And when it comes to creativity and figuring out what your style is, you really want to go out there with the thing that you wanted to create and you intended to create from the start without taking any feedback or applying other people's thoughts into it. So the concept of no edits is basically the artwork that you create without outside input, no comments required, and that is what you should really lean into. And that's what I like to see from other people versus trying to see other people try to shape someone's art into their own vision versus the artist's vision. So that's just the basic idea around the no edits tag. It's not an official brand or anything like that. I'm just putting it on anything that we create. But if you are interested in any of these shirts, I am experimenting with possibly putting up a site to sell some merch, so just let me know. So when Jess and I got back from Canada, it was hard to just not feel a little bit weird about not having a job anymore when I got back. And if you've ever experienced a layoff or if you lost your job, the first few days coming back when you're supposed to be working but now no longer are working because you don't have a job, it's easy to just sort of feel a little bit of a panic and start to look at a bunch of jobs and apply to it, jump a bunch of jobs, and just get into that cycle of just being in front of your computer, just constantly looking for work. And I did that the first few days that I was back. I was on LinkedIn, I was looking at job boards, scrolling through jobs, updating my resume, sending in applications, talking to recruiters. And it was about maybe after the third day of this that I was just like, what am I doing anymore? I'm just looking at the same roles. There's nothing more that I could do. I've applied to anything that looked good for my background. And I realized, I've got this gift of time. I just recently got laid off. I got severance check, and there have always been these things that I said that I wanted to do, but I couldn't because I had this full-time job that I had to clock into every single day. So why not spend some time and just do some of those things and enjoy my time off? I think time is definitely a gift, and I feel like I haven't had much of it in the past few years. So today I decided that I'm going to be driving up to Vermont to go skiing. And today I'm just taking it easy driving up, and I brought my bowling ball. Another thing I said I wanted to do more was just practice bowling. So today I'm going to go pass by a bowling alley on the drive up to Vermont along the highway and do some bowling. Jess lately has been listening to this, or audio listening to this book called The Artist's Way, and in the morning she just has it on speaker, and I was passively listening along, and the chapter that she was on was basically talking about this exercise of listing out 5 people that you could have been or wanted to be, and to basically try to spend a day and choose one of those things and do the things that that person would be doing. So I feel like in a way this is kind of like that practice. I feel like in another life I would have been a skier, and in another life I would have possibly pursued bowling. I loved bowling as a kid. I would always go to the bowling alley. So I'm going to spend these next 2 days just doing stuff for myself and just enjoying this time off. So that's what we're up to. I just wrapped up bowling here at Spare Time Northampton. This is a bowling alley in Massachusetts. It's on the way up. It's literally right along the highway, Highway 91. And I played 8 games, and I didn't really bowl that high of a score. My high score was like a 159, but the main thing I was doing was practicing how I throw the ball, and I feel like I made a lot of progress. I think I figured out how I want to roll the ball. I was practicing two-handed, and my whole time growing up, I was a one-handed bowler, but now I've been trying two-handed out, and I was trying some stuff out with the arrows and the lanes, and I felt like I actually developed my skill a little bit, and I just had a great time. It was funny, as I was checking out, paying for my games, the lady asked me if I wanted to join a league, and I was like, damn, I wish I could join a league. I really want to play in a league. But yeah, I had a really great time. This bowling alley is really cute. It has like a very family vibe to it, and has really good lanes, way better than what we have back in New York, and I just had a lot of fun. So I'm gonna continue on my way up to Vermont. I might try going bowling again. There's a bowling alley across the border in New Hampshire. It's like 20 minutes away from my hotel that, depending on how I'm feeling, I might check it out, although I'm like really tired. I was sweating and my arm is getting tired. So let's just go to the hotel and see how I feel later. Okay, so I just finished my second session of bowling. I'm here in Keene, New Hampshire, at Yankee Lanes, and this bowling alley is about a 20-minute drive from the hotel I'm staying at in Brattleboro, Vermont. And there's also an Applebee's over here, so I just got a quick bite to eat and a drink, and then shot over here for the night bowling, which is basically unlimited bowling for $15 from 9 p.m. to midnight, which is crazy. I was only here for about an hour and a half, but I bowled until my arm basically fell off. But it was a great time. I am going to head back to my hotel and get some rest because I got skiing tomorrow. I pretty much fulfilled my duty of bowling all day today. I also got a high score, a 187. It was two pins away from my top score, which is 189. And I got a lot better at spare shooting, so I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, it was a great day of bowling. Just checked out of my hotel, and today we're going to be heading up to Stratton Mountain.